What's up guys, Riley here from RP Productions, and today we're going to change things up a bit. Instead of talking about car related stuff, we're going to talk about YouTube related stuff. Now, I get the question a lot of, Riley, how do I grow my YouTube channel and how do I get a bigger following and audience and stuff like that? And so while I may not have the largest audience, I do, understand how YouTube works. I'm on YouTube all the time, so I watch how I've grown, and I also pay attention to other YouTubers and pay attention to how they have grown and understand what works and what does not work. So in this video, I'm going to be explaining 6 steps or 6 ways to grow your YouTube audience. So step 1 is pretty much the most essential part of this whole deal, and that is get some type of camera and editing software and learn how to use them properly. Now, I'm not saying go out and buy a super expensive camera and do stuff like that. For example, Mr. Street Speed 717, he films all of his videos with a freaking GoPro, and he's got, at the time of making this video, a little bit over 100,000 subscribers. So that right there just goes to show you that you don't need a bunch of fancy equipment to become, popular on the internet. All you need is just a camera that's, preferably better than like a smartphone camera, but just something to film yourself and have some decent audio, and just, have a good starting point. Now for me, I have a GoPro Hero 4 Silver. I also have a Sony Handycam, and then I use Sony Vegas Home Movie Studio Platinum to edit my videos. So nothing too fancy or special or anything. I just, I work with what I have, and I've learned how to use them and make them work in my videos. But yeah, step 1, buy the camera and editing software. So step 2 has to do with uploading the video. Now when you upload a video to YouTube, you want to do several things. Number 1, you want to make the title very relevant to obviously what's going on in the video. But number 2, you want to use certain keywords. Now, for example, one keyword that you always want to do is when the tag section in your video, you always want to include your channel name. That way, when somebody's watching one video on your channel, in the recommended video section, it will also have other videos for your channel since you tagged your YouTube name in your tags. So that's a huge point. Like if you're watching this video right now, I guarantee you there's going to be some other videos of mine in the recommended video section, and that's how you can get them to go and click and watch more videos, and that's how you generate more views and that type of thing. So obviously you want to do that, and when you're titling a video, you want to make it very, have it broad, but have it specific. It's very funny. For example, you want to use a bunch of keywords that people would type if they were trying to search for a specific thing, for example, I did a tire review a couple months ago. I, did Continental Extreme Contact DW tires review or something, and if somebody was looking up those specific tires, they would probably type in something along those lines, and then my video would pop up. So you want to make it very, if somebody searches for a particular thing, you want your video to be the one that pops up for that. And that generally helps out a lot with finding the specific things. And then also there's ways where you can get around that by doing, for example, Dodge Charger Scat Pack review. I mean, there's just a lot of videos titled that already, but they're very popular videos, and somehow, they somehow integrate with all the other ones. And, it's kind of weird, but always make sure you're using very particular keywords when you're titling your videos and also when you're tagging your videos. Now step 3 is going to be making videos that have not already been created or topics that have not already been covered. That way when someone searches something very specific, your video will pop up. Now this is very hard to do nowadays just because there are so many videos and so many topics covered here on the internet. But if there's ways where you can find a product and make it your own, or do your own thing to that product, oh man. If there's ways you can make it your own, that's really cool, and people on the internet generally are like, oh wow, that's something different. People like different. Just look at, this is going to sound totally full of myself, but look at me, for example. I drive a bright purple car, and that's generated a lot of interest. People are like, what the hell, you bought a purple car? Yeah, I did. And so it's not just like, you want to be very, you want to set yourself apart from others, but like I mentioned before, it's not always the easiest thing to do, just because there are so many videos out there on the internet, and it's like, once you think you come up with something cool, then you'll go and search it up and be like, ah, damn, someone's already done it. But if there's ways where you can make it your own, that's always good to do. So step 4 is often one that's very overlooked when you're beginning and you think that it won't get to you or whatever. And this kind of, just depends on the individual, but that's learn how to take hate from other YouTubers. Now, there's going to be a lot of comments on your videos once you get to a certain point, where people they will hate on your videos. They will hate on you. They will hate on whatever you did in your video. They will tear you to pieces. And it's honestly, when I first started doing YouTube, I was like, why would they say stuff like that? That's so mean. Like, I don't get it. I didn't do anything to them. They don't even know me. But now I've gotten to a point where if you see a stupid comment or something hateful in my videos, I will either A, just make fun of them and point out all the mistakes they made with whatever they said, B, ignore it, or C, I'll just, you know, turn it around and somehow flip it and make them seem like a complete idiot, because usually those people are. I mean, I just don't understand why there's still people that go and comment on videos and say, kill yourself. It's like, really? Come on, dude. But yeah, just know, as a YouTuber, you will generate a lot of hate. It's just something that's gonna happen, and you know, to me, it's not a big deal anymore, but I will admit, when I first started doing this, it was definitely something different. You're not walking around on the street all the time having people say, hey man, go kill yourself, you suck, wow, this is horrible. You're like, what? Like that, you know, it's a change. It's not normal, but it will happen, so just get prepared and get used to it. Step 5 is going to be watch what you say. Now, this kind of goes for when you're applying for, you know, jobs. If somehow your employer finds out about your videos, you don't want to say anything terribly crazy, and also you don't want to make yourself look like an ass on the internet. If you're over there saying, for example, like, I hate Ford Mustangs, they suck, everyone that drives a Ford Mustang is an idiot. I all of a sudden created an audience of millions of people that absolutely hate me now because I'm saying that, you know, audience that drives Mustangs. So you want to be very careful. That was a joke, by the way. You want to be very careful with what you say, but also you still want to be yourself. So don't act, you know, like too reserved, but, you know, just don't be an idiot online and don't say something that you'll regret later. Now, step 6, which is going to be the final step for today's video, is branch out. You know, if you're trying to grow your YouTube channel, make an Instagram account, making a Facebook account, and, you know, set yourself out on those platforms as well, while obviously referencing your YouTube channel wherever you can. Now, if somebody's on Facebook and they're like, hey, what kind of, for me, you know, this doesn't always apply to car stuff, but that's just what I do, so that's what I'm able to reference. But if someone's like, hey, what cold air intake is good for this car, and then you can make a video on it and go comment on that post and be like, oh, this one, look at the video I made. And it's not like you're trying to, you know, just shove your videos in people's faces, like, oh my God, click on this video and subscribe to me. I need attention. It's just like, hey, if you want to see it, I did something with this, check it out. So, you know, other social media platforms, branching out on those, it really helps you. I've really discovered that. I'm like, wow, I recently got really involved with Instagram and Facebook, and both of those things have shown, you know, growth here on YouTube. So do both of those things, and then also, while being in your video, try to be upbeat and positive. Nobody wants to watch a video with somebody just like, you know, crying and complaining in their video that just seems like they just hate life. You know, try to make it entertaining as best as you can. I'm not saying that I'm always that way, because quite frankly, I'm not. There's some times where I just can't make a video and make it seem entertaining. It's like, oh, you unscrew this bolt, now you screw this bolt in, and blah, blah, blah. So, you know, just do your best with what you have, and just, you know, at the end of the day, just have fun. Do this stuff just because you like to do it. Don't do it for any other reason other than you enjoy making videos and you want to have fun. And if you want to make videos to help people out or entertain them, then by all means, go for it. But don't do this for the wrong reasons. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a change from my normal videos, but I've had so many people ask me this, and a lot of YouTubers just fail to, you know, inform other people of how to do it. It's like, oh, good luck on your own. And this video, you know, it's not talking about the people that have gotten huge shout outs from other big channels. You know, that's a totally separate thing. That's just kind of like you fall into some luck and you get tons of growth from somebody else. This is how to do it on your own. Now, I started my YouTube channel making remote control car and plane videos from a long time ago. So if you go on this channel and go way back in the archives of RP Productions, I used to be called Monster RC Dudes. I used to make a whole bunch of RC videos and stuff like that, which was very cool, but I just lost interest in it, and, you know, kind of transformed into normal cars. But you want to go search, like, you can pretty much watch my channel evolve and see the steps I've taken, which is pretty cool. And I went and did it the other day. I was like, wow, I've really changed a lot. Like, that's cool. But, you know, it doesn't really matter what you do. This isn't just automotive related. If you want to do makeup tutorials or whatever, I mean, everything, just make it your own and have fun. So if this video gets some good feedback, I'd love to do another one talking about tips to, you know, grow your YouTube audience. Like I said, this was only 6, but I could sit here all day and tell you things that, you know, could help you and grow your YouTube channel. So if people are interested in this type of video, then I will for sure make another one, make a follow-up to this video. I think that would be pretty fun, and you know, I enjoy helping you guys. But yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up. That's the top 6 I wanted to get off my chest for today. So thank you guys for watching this video. I will see you on the next one. Take it easy.